Hello everyone, my name is Sleep Deprived Owl, and today I've got a plethora of topics to go through. We're going to start off straight in with this with Robert Reich and Trump is forcing Americans to participate in an orgy of unnecessary cruelty, apparently. Okay, so basically from what I can take off from this, he is making Americans be in a sexual act of cruelty, apparently, you know? Topics: Syria, can't forget that. Terrorism, wonderful. Healthcare, Muslim. They can't. They've got a serious topic for Muslim ban. They have a whole. I need to do some digging on that later. Anyway, let's start off. So one, his new budget comes down to especially hard on the poor by imposing preceding cuts in low-income housing, job training, food assistance, legal services, help to distressed rural communities, nutrition for new mothers and their infants, funds to keep poor families warm, and even meals on wheels. Okay, so what they were expecting, I can guarantee, is what left-wing people were expecting. Is they were expecting to get everything free for them. They were expecting that they should have got everything for free just because they're low class. When they don't have to work, but they don't want to work. I guarantee. It's like people in benefits in the UK. They just don't want to work. They want to get the benefit of not working. That's why it's called benefits, and it's going to be the same thing here. That's what they were expecting. They just didn't get it. Why is Trump doing this? To pay for the biggest hike in military spending since the 1980s. I wonder why. With the world escalating, with more nuclear weapons being built, what do you want? You want a stronger army, not a weaker army. You need this. No, thank you. His plan to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act. Okay. The fact is, with 600 billion more, he'd be able to take off a lot of debt that was created through Obama's. Is it reign? Or just presidency? I think I'm going for presidency. And if he was able to take that debt off, he may be able to increase the amount of spending he'd be actually able to give into hospitals and healthcare, but not necessarily giving everyone free healthcare, but putting a lot more effort into healthcare overall, meaning he'd do a lot more, but it'd be very much better situation than having like really bad healthcare but everyone has it. Which would you prefer? Everyone to have it but really bad, or really good but not everyone has it? Exactly. I think you know now. Number 3 is ban on Syrian refugees, and reduction by half in the total number of refugees admitted to the United States just when the world is experiencing the worst refugee crisis since World War II. Why is Trump doing this? The ban does little or nothing to protect Americans from terrorism. No terrorist act in the United States has been perpetrated by a Syrian or anyone from the Six Nations whose citizens are now banned from travelling to the United States. You have higher odds of being struck by lightning than dying from an immigrant terrorist attack. Okay. I'm going to focus on this line separately because that's a stupid statement. But let's do this bit here. Okay. The reason he's banning it because there's a difference between immigrants and asylum seekers, and I always say this when I'm talking about this type of stuff. Immigrants are people that are set up and have a place to stay and can possibly get a job from a different country nearby. Asylum seekers are people that need to leave their country. However, asylum seekers have to go to the closest available safe country and not travel across half the world just to get to America because they've heard it's good. Okay? They can't travel all across Europe and claim to be an asylum seeker because that's not how it works. They're an immigrant, and immigrants have different rules to asylum seekers. I just want to put that out there. If, for example, if you're in the north of France and you became an asylum seeker, you'd go to the UK. You would not go to anywhere else. You would go to the UK. If you were an asylum seeker in Ukraine, you'd try to go to Russia. Okay? I know it may sound like a bit stupid, but you'd try to go to Russia if you're an asylum seeker in Ukraine. You'd go to the closest available country, not half across Europe. And that's fair. He's banning it because they're not immigrants already are set up, and there's no reason for them to come to the USA anyway. If they were to go there, there's no reason. They have no necessary. They won't have family there, because of immigrants, they'll be like first time getting, they'll get in if they had family, but they don't have family there. They have nothing there for them, and yet they still go. It's stupid. Okay, this line now. This is the most stupid thing I've ever seen in my life. You have higher odds of being struck by lightning and then dying from an immigrant terrorist attack. Okay, think about the morning after the Manchester attack, okay? The morning after, how everyone was on social media and saying, oh, look how much this affects me. I'm not disagreeing with that, but like, it affects me, it's scary, I feel scared in my own city now. And then you're saying higher odds of being struck by lightning, but you realise a whole terrorist attack affects the whole country. Okay? Especially if let's say it was somewhere in California, okay? And there's a terrorist attack in California before they get shot, though, because it's America. But to say there's a terrorist attack in California, are you seriously gonna think that only the people involved in the terrorist attack are gonna be the ones scared? No, it's gonna be the whole of California, if not most of USA, because it's such a big thing. And if you're saying it only affects people struck by lightning, I didn't realise half of England has been struck by lightning then, if not more, or half of America. Stupid statement. The Dragnet roundup of Dragnet, I haven't heard of that word. Roundup of undocumented immigrants. It's helter-skelter. Includes people who have been productive members of our society for decades, as well as young people who have been here since they were toddlers. Why is Trump doing this? He has no. A few undocumented workers in the United States than we did 5 years ago, and he's trying to get the rest out. No? Yep, seeing it now, aren't you? Trump is. Oh, that's a separate. Okay. Okay, which one sounds better? Legal immigrants or illegal immigrants? Yeah? The fact is, if you're gonna have illegal immigrants in a country, they're not meant to be there. They're not meant to, like, even though, yes, they may be doing good work. Cool. They may be doing stuff in the farming or cleaning or whatever they do, whatever jobs they have. However, they're still not meant to be in that country. And so the ban of people in that country, the ban of the illegal immigrants, you're imposing a law. I don't see why there's a problem with that. Just because they're people doesn't mean you shouldn't impose the law on them. It's like saying all the drug dealers in a country, just because they've got like good jobs, doesn't mean, well, like, what if you're going to compare it to that? It's like all the drug dealers in a country, they've got good jobs, meaning they don't have to go to jail. Is what you're comparing it to. Literally. Even though it's not drugs, it's just the act of being illegal. It still means you're not meant to do it. That's what illegal is. Anyway, Trump is embarking on an orgy of cruelty for absolutely no reason. This is morally repugnant. It violates every ideal its nation. No, I didn't know your nation cherished illegal people. We have a morale to stop it. No, you don't. You have a morale to do what he says because he's your president. Okay? Do people not realise this? I don't understand how people can't realise this. You're meant to do this because he's your president and he's the person in charge of your country and he's going to be for 4 years. You got to accept it. Let's read some comments, shall we? In addition to all those other characters, oh, that's nice. Trump is a sadist. Think of all of those hundreds, if not thousands, of small contractors he's stifled over the years. Has every large business not done the same? Has the Clintons not done the same? Seriously. Too stupid. Republicans will destroy the economy. Oh. 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 Yeah, they're the tabs for the videos. 1 billionaire wiped by 50 automobiles, but 1,000 millionaires added by 3. What's 50 times 1,000? Not 3,000. Wonderful. Isn't this exactly what his voters wanted? Cruelty equals You can't reason with these people. Hello, Susan Wood. We're gonna have a little look at your Facebook. Flower. Oh. This is a wonderful. This is bullying. I should stop. Getting distracted. If you're brown, Muslim or poor, you're not welcomed or invited in any way to be part of Donito's Trompoloni's Durka Murka. He won't. He'll be gone by the year's end. Can you make it a bit sooner? It would spare us Brits and our gracious... What? You're retarded. Oh, I need to explain that, don't I? Okay. Okay. I can slightly see that, but there still is reasoning behind it. He's not going to do it just because he can. There's more reasoning behind it than that. Don't you have Congress? Yeah, that's what I thought. Poor, they're trying to help poor. He's trying to get you out of debt first. Well, Mr. Rice, you're at it again. There we go. How big? Trump doesn't give two squats about the average income worker. What the fuck, you? Here we go. Anyway, I'm gonna thank you all for watching. I'll see you next video.